We have new details tonight into how Iowa's Redistricting Commission will redraw the boundaries for congressional and state House and Senate districts. This commission has until September 1st to figure it out, and that's a tall order because of some delays at the federal level. WHO 13 political director Dave Price joins us. You say this all hinges on that 2020 census.
Right, need those numbers. So instead of that census information arriving this spring, it may not come until the fall because of COVID-19 delays, and that means it could come after Iowa law requires that lawmakers approve the final plan. Now, typically, this commission would take population data from the census and then redraw congressional and legislative districts so that they would have roughly the same number of people in each one of those districts. And when members get that final plan, they would hold 3 public hearings so Iowans can have a say. One of the members today joked about how that would happen this year without the necessary information first from the Census Bureau.
Yeah, I think we would be in agreement that we probably don't want to have public hearings on something that doesn't exist.
Now, in other states, the party in power controls this once-in-a-decade process, which can then get that party in power unfair influence during the next election. Iowa is unique. The state uses a nonpartisan state legislative services agency working with a bipartisan group of commission members. So that would then take the politics out of this. But because of COVID-19, this year's process is so unique, and it's also challenging for the members to try to figure out the next steps.
What do we do after that? What do the next 2 to 3 months look like for this committee?
So one of those next steps would be this. The groups decided to take the next week to look at these 3 Iowans that members recommended to join as a 5th member of this group and then serve as the commission's chair. The 2 Republicans on this recommended Carmen Bowl. She's a former Republican state representative from Ankeny who also served as the chief clerk of the Iowa House. Democratic member Deidre DeGier recommended the other 2 people here, Jasmine Newton-Butt, who's a Davenport attorney and president of the League of United Latin American Citizens Council 10, and also Therese Grant. She's from Grinnell and the president of the League of Women Voters of Iowa. So the commission will meet again next Monday to possibly choose a chair from those 3 people. Now, in the meantime, members are also looking at Ohio, where that state is suing the Census Bureau to try to get all that information turned over by March 31st, which would be the customary deadline here, instead of taking those additional 6 months to fix any possible errors, because that is too far for Iowa, too long in the process. So they're hoping to try to speed that up if possible.
It sounds like you're describing a process that could get more complicated before it gets simpler.
It sure seems like it.
Thank you, Dave.